Hello, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a few weeks, but I'm being very busy at work. But well, here I am. Let's go with another one, this time about GMRS. I have seen that radios are a very popular topic, so I'm gonna stick around there. Some radios, CV, still CV videos, GMRS now, and some accessories I have that I want to show you. Okay, so let's get into GMRS. If you are new to GMRS, this is for you. It's a very basic talk. Remember, I'm not a radio expert, but I'm just a very experienced user, especially on CV, and I'm trying to inform myself, and I'm gonna talk to you in real world and practical uses for the equipment. Okay, I'm not into technical stuff. There's plenty of videos about that and reviews and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is going to talk a little about what is GMRS and an entry-level setup you can get if you want to get into it. Okay, and I'm gonna show you the equipment I have, just an overview. After this video, I'm gonna start preparing some videos specifically for each radio on how I use it and how I have them set up in my vehicle, my apartment, or my handheld. Okay, so is GMRS better than CV? Well, depends on, because the main thing over here, guys, is you need to ask yourself, okay, what is the radio for? What is the purpose I want to accomplish with the radios? The use I'm gonna give my radios, and what are the results I want from my radio. So for some uses, CV still is there, and believe me, I'm, as I have told you, I'm a truck driver. I drive all over the country, 120 miles, 120,000 miles a year in the US roads, and believe me, I know CV is not dead, and actually it's starting to gain traction again. Manufacturers are coming with new models, and it's getting a little traction again, but it's for that use, for the road, CV specifically. GMRS is for another purpose. Okay, is, let's say you want to go off-roading with your buddies, and you want to communicate between vehicles. You are going on a road trip, and you want, let's say, 2, 3, 4 vehicles, and you want to communicate between vehicles during the road trips. That's an awesome use for the radios. Job sites, you want to communicate with your coworkers. Farm operations, the GMRS is awesome for farm operations of any type, and they use it a lot. And hiking, camping, hunting, because it has a better range than a CV, it works really good for those purposes. Okay, and they are easy to use, and they are affordable. Well, from the entry level, they are affordable, and they are getting more popular by the day because they deserve it. It's a really nice band to go into, and the equipment is awesome. Okay, so I have some pointers because I don't want to miss important things. One is for the new guys, because I've been reading on Facebook groups a lot of frustrated guys, new guys with new equipment, asking, okay, I got my equipment, but there's nothing on it, on my area. There's no activity at all. What are the channels you get activity? There's no repeaters in my area for GMRS. And guys, GMRS is not for that. I mean, if you want to talk with people and meet new people miles and miles away, and you want to go into your radio and start listening to people talking about this and that and stuff, you have to go ham radio, okay? You need to get a license and go into ham radio. You don't have to spend a lot of money at first, but you need to study for the exam, because there's an exam for ham radio, and you have to go into that. I'm not gonna talk to you more about it because I'm not a ham radio operator, so I don't know much, okay? And I don't want to get into that because I'm not into talking to strangers and miles away, and I don't have the time to do it. So if that why you want to get into radio, go ham, okay, and do the exam. For GMRS, you do need a license, and you have to pay $35 for 10 years, and the license will be good for you and your immediate family. They will give you a call sign, and that's it. There's no exam. You just go into the FCC website, Google FCC GMRS license application. You will see the link, go pay, and you will get the call sign and go into GMRS. But do the due diligence. What you want to do with your radio, and that will save you a lot of frustration, okay? First, I'm gonna show you how I got into, another thing, the GMRS frequencies, they share, the frequencies are shared with FRS frequencies, which are the little tiny walkie-talkies, the cheap walkie-talkies you can buy at any Walmart or Target or whatever. They share the same frequencies, okay, but with one main difference, okay? Nowadays, the FRS channels 1 through 7 are 2 watts, okay? Actually, all channels for FRS radio is up to 2 channels. All the equipment you can get for that frequencies are up to 2 watt, which is very low, and they work very good, but in very close ranges, okay, half a mile, something like that. They work well, but they're very limited on range. The difference with GMRS is that the FCC authorized the manufacturers to go up in the watts, okay? So it goes like this. Channels 1 through 7, you can go up to 5 watts on GMRS. Channels 15 through 22, you can go up to 50 watts, which is very powerful, okay? Channels 8 through 14, for some reason, they are limited by the FCC, and they are limited to 0.5 watts. I don't know why. So nobody used them. Midland they even got rid of those channels on all the GMRS radios. You cannot go into channels 8 through 14, period. They don't want to get into trouble with the FCC. So I don't know why. And GMRS, another difference is that comes most of the radios comes with repeater channels from 15 through 22. Also, you can go up to 50 watts. And those repeater channels, you can program codes to get into the repeaters, and you can extend the range. So that's the main difference with FRS radios, okay? And I'm gonna show you the equipment I bought to get into GMRS, okay? And believe me, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into. You can spend a lot of money, but only if you want to or you need. I haven't feel the need to spend more money since I bought my entry-level equipment, because the equipment is still working after a year and a half. It's still working very good. I'm getting the results I need and I want. So why spend more money on equipment? I mean, there's plenty of beautiful radios and awesome brands and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I don't want to feel bad about myself spending a lot of money for something I really, really don't need. So I'm enjoying my equipment, my entry-level equipment, and it's working very good. And you can do the same just to start and get into it and get the feel of GMRS and see if you like it, if it's working for you, and go spend all the money you want. You can even buy a repeater, which there are some repeaters that are portable. They are very nice. They are not that cheap, but they are very nice, and you can do a lot of stuff. But okay, this is just an overview. After this overview, I'm gonna start preparing videos about each of the radios I have, my setups, how I use them, where I use them, in my vehicle, in my apartment, when I go camping, when I go hiking, and around that. So just the overview. I started with this. No, excuse me. I started with this because I wasn't sure, and this is the first I found. Okay, this is the GXT, the Midland GXT1030, okay, which is the same of the GXT1000. The only difference is the color. This is a little awesome radio, very limited because you cannot change the antenna, okay, but it is a good radio, works very good, it's waterproof, comes with no channels, and it has all the GMRS channels. And so I started with this, but I soon found out that because of the antenna, they are limited on range. So that got into me, okay, and I said, I think I'm gonna have to invest. These ones, nowadays, they are a little more expensive than when I bought them. These are now $79.99. It comes two walkie-talkies for that price. Comes with a cradle where you can charge both at the same time, and that's about it. Okay, they are awesome. So I decided, no, I'm gonna get another handheld, and I'm gonna keep these ones because I really like them as a backup, just in case a friend of mine that, let's say we are going into the woods and he doesn't have GMRS, okay, so I can give my friends a radio in case they don't have them. I have this as a backup, and I ordered this very nice case, which is very cheap, $17.99. I'm gonna leave also the link on the description, and it is awesome because it is an universal case, so you can put two walkie-talkies in here, the antennas over here, the cradle to charge, and you can carry and take very good care of your radios in this awesome case. So guys, this is a good investment to protect your radios. So after these ones, very soon, just about a month after I bought these ones, I got this Baofeng UV9G, and it's an awesome little radio. It's a cheap radio. It's not expensive. It's $44.99 today, but it works awesome. It's waterproof. It comes with repeater channels, and you can program the repeater channels. You can do it on the keypad or with a programming cable that comes with it. You hook it to a computer, you go into a website and do all the programming. But I did it on the keypad. But what I like a lot about this, sorry, but I have the pointers over here so I don't miss important information, is that you can carry this. With this, you got a decent range and it works very fine, especially when you are hiking and you don't want a large antenna. You know, if you are going through woods or stuff, this works very good for that. But you can change the antenna very easy. So I ordered a better antenna. This one is an 8 inches antenna. So I did study a lot of information about antennas, and I got the Nagoya 771G, and believe me guys, it is amazing the improvement I got on the radio, on everything, on range, on clarity of communications, everything, absolutely everything. And it's just as easy as unscrew the stock antenna, and now you have a 15 inches antenna on the tiny walkie-talkie, and believe me, the investment is worth it. And the Nagoya, it's only $98, so it's not that expensive, and for the improvement you are gonna get for the little radio. So I did that, works excellent. Another thing that comes with the radio is this earpiece that you connect over here. Since it's waterproof, this is sealed. You unscrew this and screw this, and this is an earpiece, but I don't use it because when I'm driving, especially, I always carry my Bluetooth for my phone, so I don't use it. I don't know. But what I did order, which I find very, very nice. Let me find the information on this. Is this external microphone. The Baofeng is a speaker microphone, external microphone. It is waterproof, and it is just $11.99, guys. I mean, I couldn't say no. I had to buy it. So I did, and it works awesome. And in the other videos, I'm gonna show you how I use it on my car or when I'm, hiking or whatever. It is awesome. Okay, so I'm very happy with my setup on this one, especially with this antenna. GMRS, one good thing about GMRS is that frequency doesn't need, especially on handhelds and mobile equipment, they don't need a really big antenna. As, let's say, CV is another story. The CV needs the bigger the antenna, the better. So that's not the case with GMRS. You can get very good results with this type of antennas, okay? So that's how I got into it. After that, I said, okay, I want to go to my vehicle. But two things. I don't want to be a permanent install. I want to be able to get the radio out every time I get out of my car and leave it at my apartment if I feel I'm not gonna use it or not gonna use it a lot, and I'm gonna be just around town. I'm just gonna take my walkie-talkie with the CV. I also get into the car. You can see the video on the channel, and that I want that portability on my equipment. And the other thing is that I didn't want to hardwire the equipment to the car. So this Midland, which is the MXT275, is 15 watts, and this was a perfect fit for me because it's very easy to take it out of the bracket. It's just, I'm gonna show you in the video I'm gonna prepare for it, and it comes, the power is from the cigarette lighter. No hardwire. That was a sell for me. And the equipment comes, the radio comes, okay, this is the main speaker, and let's say the power unit, okay, where you hook it, and this is the microphone, which is also basically the radio. Okay, so it is very nice setup. You have close all the info on the radio. You can change channels and whatever, and that's it. And it comes with the antenna with the cable. So I said, wow, there's no need to buy anything else. Okay, the antenna is this little tiny thing, and believe me, it really works. It is even funny to see this little antenna and you say, this is not going to work. It really works, guys. It really works, and it works very good. But as always on radio is about antenna. Okay, I was using that. I got me a Nagoya 30 with 2 inches, but I have two problems with the Nagoya. One is on regular days, I always carry my 33 inches CV radio antenna on my personal truck, okay? And putting another 32 inches on the roof of my truck, I said, man, this thing is looking like, a mountain type where all the repeater antennas are. I didn't like it. And another problem was, okay, when I go to the mountains, let's say, I need clearance, a good clearance, because of low branches when I'm driving into the mountains. I never take the big CV antenna into the mountain. I just take my CV as a walkie-talkie with this antenna. If I get out of the car, I really never use it because all the guys around are using GMRS. But just in case, I carry my CV walkie-talkie, okay? So I never go into the mountains with the high CV antenna. And the Nagoya was a problem, okay? I said, it's not gonna make it because of the low branches. I have the tiny antenna, which is good and works, but I already felt the gain with a better antenna, like the Nagoya. The Nagoya is a good antenna, it works very good. So I started studying, and I found out about this little Ghost, Midland Ghost antenna. This is the MXTA25, and it's not that cheap, but it works awesome. started picking up repeaters that I never was able to pick up with the other antennas. The clarity of transmission is just awesome, and the low clearance, guys. And I said, that's the one. So I bought this one. You need to buy the antenna, and you need to buy the magnetic mount or other type of mount, NMO type mount, okay? So the Ghost antenna is $49.99, and the magnet mount is, let me see, $29.99. You have to buy both if you are gonna use it. And believe me, this really work, and I was now with a better communication, especially in the woods, with this low clearance, 3.5 inches, and problem solved. And that was it, guys. That's how I started into GMRS on an entry-level equipment, okay? Do your thing, read, watch videos, think about how you are gonna use it, and decide how you want to go into GMRS if you feel that GMRS is going to work for you, okay? We are gonna get into a little more specific detail about each radio and each antenna in the next videos, okay? They are gonna be shorter videos, but with more detail on the operation, okay? This is not a tutorial. It's not going to be a tutorial videos for the equipment, just how I use them and how they work, okay? Thank you for watching, guys, and try to subscribe to the channel, and see you soon with the next videos. Bye.